there was a very big, very old, very falling apart house. It was the kind of house that nobody went into, because any house that looked like that just had to be haunted. And who would want to take a chance and find out for real? Nobody. Not on purpose. But sometimes things happen, and there's nothing you can do about it. The time this story happened is Week 8 of the BPFFL's 2021 season Halloween Special! Seriously, Jake, knockout job with the house this year. Looks really creepy and scary. We have a barn burner of matchups here in Week 8, Halloween, All Hallows Eve. Devour your souls along with your candy, kids, because we have the Central going up against the Global. Here are this week's picks. Up first, we have Brother Bowl 2021 as the Gowanda Thunder, coached by Jake Steinhoff, goes up against Steinhoff's Slaughterhouse, coached by Jim Steinhoff. Okay, normally Brother Bowl is a much bigger deal than it is going to be this year. Normally it's the kind of epic battle we save for later in the show, but we have to be very blunt here. We're going into Week 8. These two teams have 3 wins combined. Yikes. I'm looking at this one, and we're going to be playing Pick or Treat this year. If you win, you get the pick. If you lose, you get a treat from my own personal collection. Yeah. And this year's pick is going to the Gowanda Thunder by 13 points. Because, I gotta face it, these are two teams that have the worst divisional records of any teams in the league at 0-4. And I don't trust the Slaughterhouse to take over with Matty Ice coming back to starting duties for the first time in forever. So, for the Thunder, 13-point pick. For the Slaughterhouse, a box of good and plenty to wash out the sour taste of having been beaten by a kid brother. Okay. Up next, we have Team Snakeopus, led by Brad Mohawk, going up against the Eden Extractors, led by Mr. Jeremy Slating. This is going to be an interesting matchup because we have two teams that are both in 4th place in their respective divisions looking for a breakout. And when it comes to breakouts, I think this one is going to go not on the side of the Snakeopus, because with Lamar Jackson on a bye week, that takes a lot of steam out of the trousers. But in the meantime, the Eden Extractors wisely picked up Elijah Mitchell, who I think is going to be the breakout star later on this season. So with that said, I'm taking the Extractors over the Snakeopus. The Extractors get 12 points. The Snakeopus, a lonely piece of Mary Jane. And no, not that kind. Sorry, Rick James. We're talking about the Western Pennsylvania Mary Jane. A taffy made from molasses and peanut butter. Choke on it. 1 second, gotta snort. I thought you said no Mary Jane. No, that's cocaine. Oh, well that's different then. Smart ass. Up next, we have the Rich Road Roughnecks, led by Rod Mohawk, going up against the Scobeyville Senators, led by Mr. Dan Maybe. This matchup is going to be pretty good in so much that the Roughnecks are the #1 offense in the entire league, and the Senators are the #1 defense in the entire league. Now, I didn't really pay attention when Coach Lombardi talked to me. He told me the best offense was a good defense, or the best defense is a good offense, wear multiple masks to get lots of candy. He told me a lot of things, so I can't keep it all straight. But what I do know is that there's nothing stronger than a good offense than a good defense. except a good offense. I'm confusing myself. So I'm going to pick the Roughnecks over the Senators. The Roughnecks get 2 points because it's going to be close. And for the Senators, a big bowl of Necco wafers. Chalky! Coming up, we have the Taylor Hollow Terror, led by P.J. Hageman, going up against the Irving A-Holes, led by Little Man, Henry Garuli. This one is going to be pretty good. You have the Terror, who are the top of the Central Division, going up against the A-Holes, who are currently in third in the Global. And I don't see this going very well for the A-Holes. They have been struggling lately. They currently lead the league in a 3-loss losing streak. I think I got taffy in my teeth. One more time. In a 3-loss losing streak. And when it comes to the Terror, they have an amazing beatdown in DK Metcalf coming up for them. And I think that's going to make a whole lot of difference. They have a great receiving core, led by Mr. Metcalf. So, I'm taking the Terror over the A-Holes. The Terror get 15 points. And the A-Holes get a few boxes of Now and Later that I've been holding on to since the mid-90s. Yummy. And now it's time for our main event. It is the Opie Dokies, led by newcomer Josh Prince, going up against the High-Dye Hangman, the defending champion Tony Knuckles himself. And this one's going to be interesting, because we have the global champions in the Hangman. I'm going to give them the division early. No other team in global's going to make it. Hangman are going to win that hands down. Dokies could be the team that does it. Right now I only see 3 teams pulling it out. Dokies, Terror, and also the Thunder, who I think are going to launch a comeback starting this week. But let's focus on Dokies versus Hangman. Hangman are undefeated, and they're last year's Super Bowl champions. However, I think the Dokies have a big weapon in Tyreek the Freak Hill, and I think that's going to make all the difference. A slight difference, but a big difference. I'm picking the Dokies over the Hangman. For the Dokies, you get 2 points. And for the Hangman, enough Bazooka Joe bubblegum to get that shiny leather jacket you've always wanted. I'd like to wish all of our viewers a safe and happy Halloween, because Halloween is a magic time here. A time for ghosts, spooky stuffs, and candy. Lots and lots of candy. So if you're in the neighborhood and you stop by old haunted BPFFL headquarters, come on by. We got something for you. See you next week.
It's the Johnny Vegas Halloween special! Hey kids, it's the Johnny Vegas Halloween special! Come have some chocolate with me, Jamaican Count Chocula. Frankenberry? Sidekick? Fuck you! Frankenberry doesn't deserve to smell my shit, that fruity cocksucker! Happy Halloween!